Hello students, this is Shovik, your instructor. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we'll talk about types of softwares. Okay, so there are basically three types of softwares. First one is system software, second one is application software, and third one is utility software. But here in this copy of our book, what I got from the internet, the utility software is not mentioned. Okay, so there are three types of software: system, application, and utility. So let's find out what are the system softwares. A computer is a machine that knows nothing of itself, rather it requires instruction of each and everything it performs. These instructions are provided to it through software. The software that controls internal computer operations is known as system software. Okay, so the software, see, the computer is like a human being. You need to learn the letters in order to read or understand from a writing. uh, in computer it works like that also. The computer needs to understand what you are seeking from it, so that is why a system software is used. A system software is basically the bridge between the user and the computer. Whatever we feed the computer as data, it connects to the computer system, the system software, and it gives us the output. Okay, actually the system software get it done by the computer, whatever we need from it. Okay, so there are two types of softwares, systems actually, that is available in system software. First one is operating system, that is very well known to us, and second one is language processor. Operating system. What is an operating system? The primary goal of an operating system is thus to make the computer system convenient to use, and secondary goal is to use computer hardware in an efficient manner, right? So it makes the computer convenient to us. Us means the user. Okay, and secondary goal is to use computer hardware in an efficient manner. The operating system knows how to use hardware, and in which tasks which hardware is needed. That is how it works. An operating system is an important component of a computer system which controls all other components of the computer system. It is the main thing of a computer. Actually, major components of a computer system are the hardware, operating system, application, program, routines, and the humanware. Okay, so that is it. Next one is language processor. A language processor is a special type of computer software that can translate the source code or machine code. Here you can know the meaning of terms source code or object code. You will get to know all these things later of your course of computer science. Language processor, there are types of language processors like interpreter, compiler. Okay, that basically converts your programming language into the machine language. Machine language is nothing but a binary language, which means 0 and 1, and we all know that computer only understands binary digits, that is 0 and 1, nothing else. Okay, so the language processor converts our programming codes that we provide, whether it is in C, C++, Python, Java, whatever it is. It converts that code into the machine code, that means the binary code. Okay, that is what a language processor does. Okay, here are three types of language processors: assembler, compiler, and interpreter, as I said. Assembler, this language processor converts a program written in assembly language into machine language. Okay, now you need to understand what is assembly language. Assembly language, there are five generations of language. First generation is called the machine language, which is the binary code 0 and 1. Second generation language is called the assembly language. Okay, so for that language we need an assembler to interpret that assembly language into machine language. As I said earlier, computer doesn't understand anything but the machine code, which is 0 and 1. So assembler is used for the assembly language to be converted to the machine code. And the third generation is called high level language. From the third generation we call it high level language, which is basically Java, Python, all these things fall into this place. Okay, and fourth generation is the DBMS, and I'm just giving you an example which is more convenient than other things. And fifth generation is the latest, which is basically artificial intelligence based on Python. Okay, so interpreter is a system software that translates and executes instruction written in computer program line by line, unit by unit. Okay, and compiler is another type of system software that translates and executes instructions written in a computer program in one go. So there is a difference between interpreter and compiler. Interpreter interprets your high level language line by line. It reads one line and then another line, then another line. And compiler takes the source code as a whole, and it gives you the error or the output in one time, in one go. Okay, so that is the difference between an interpreter and compiler. Next type of software is application software. Application software is very well known to us. There are so many things we do using application softwares like MS Excel, Microsoft Office, the package. Okay, an application software is a set of program necessary to carry out operations for a specified application. Okay, there are some specified tasks we need to do. Then we use application software for dedicated to that task. Like if you want to edit a picture, then you will go to Adobe Photoshop or Lightroom. Okay, now if you want to code, you will go to the Borland C++ or NetBeans, all this. These are all application softwares based on specific tasks. Okay, now there are here application software is divided into 4 categories: packages, utilities, customized software, and developer tools. As I said, this utility software is a whole new thing. It is not in the application software at all, but here in this copy it is showing that it is also an application software, but it is not true. Utility software is a whole different thing. Utility software is like disk defragmentation that we use to maintain our computer. Utility software actually used for the maintenance purpose most of the time. Disk defragmentation, magnifying tools, sticky keys, all these things. Okay, so these are some softwares, application systems, utility systems that we use. Anyways, let's find out what is written in here. Packages. As applications may be numerous, from 1,000 to million of them, it is not feasible to design software for each one of them. Rather, some general software are designed that may be used by individual user in the manner it suits their needs or requirements. Such general application software as known as packages. So packages, as I just mentioned it earlier, that Microsoft Office, it is a package. In that package we get Excel, PowerPoint, Word, Access, Publishers, all these things. So what we do, we install the package itself, and then we can use individual softwares in that from that package according to our need. Okay, so that is package. Utility softwares I told you already, and text editor, backup utility, compression utility, disk defragmenter, antivirus softwares, all these are utility software examples. And business software, software libraries. What are software libraries? Let's find out. A software library is a predefined and available to use suite of data and programming code in the form of pre-written code, function, script, a class, etc. Now it is something like a bunch of code written and saved in your compiler or in your computer, um, so you can use for some specific task. Use that library. You can use that library just like NumPy. In Python there is a library called NumPy, and it provides an abundance and useful features of functions for operations on numeric array. NumPy is used to use arrays in a more dynamic way. So what we do, we just import that library from the Python interpreter, and we use that functions. Okay, panda library, scipy, all these things. So that is it. That is all about softwares and libraries. I hope you all enjoyed this session. If you have any problem, you can call me, you can text me on WhatsApp, or you can comment it out in the comment section below of this video. So yeah, take care, bye bye, see you in the next video.